For most of us, our first time gathering for 2021, so Happy New Year. Glad that we're all starting together with yoga. For January in the hub, I'm highlighting this quote by Helen Keller. It says, "Faith is the strength by which a shattered world shall emerge into the light." In this transition month, I felt like this really spoke to me. Faith is the strength by which a shattered world shall emerge into the light. And this month's meditation, I just recorded it right before this class, so it'll be up soon, is on faith, and it comes a little bit from the book Living Your Yoga by Judith Lassiter. I actually start my year every year by rereading this book, Living Your Yoga by Judith Lassiter. And she has a chapter on faith. And I just wanted to open with this short paragraph. She says, "For those practicing yoga, Patanjali states that we must first have faith in the efficacy of the practices of yoga. Unless we have faith in the ability of these practices to facilitate self-transformation, we will be unable to continue them when the going gets difficult, boring, or demanding. Next, Patanjali suggests that we have faith in the teachers, both living and dead, who can share their experience with us through their living teachings, and more significantly, through their examples. Finally, faith in ourselves is the most important prerequisite to the study of yoga. Having faith in yourself honors that inner knowing that guides you unerringly home to the divine." Yes, indeed. So as we move through the postures, faith in yourself. Listen when your body says yes, listen when it says no or maybe. Take a comfortable seat here and bring the palms together, the thumbs to your sternum. Breathe into that light within from faith that it may emerge outside. And simply bow in, take the hands back down to the thighs, rock the head from side to side a couple of times here. Keep chin down to the chest, take both hands behind the head, and give just a little bit of push of the head up into the hands to find a light stretch, top of the spine leading down to the tailbone. Pull belly button in towards the spine. Find the strength along the front side. And release. Release the hands, lift the chin, open the eyes. Okay, come on over to all fours. So this month for Yogahour, it's Yogahour Betsy. This is a sequence that I created some years ago. And if you're in the hub and you click Yogahour Betsy underneath that on-demand tab that has all of the Yogahour classes, all of the little pictures come up so that if you wanted to sort of see what the sequence is outside of practicing, you'd have it. So cat and cow here, just back and forth. And then from cat and cow, tuck the toes and do downward facing dog. And in down dog, pedal the feet, shake the head. Give yourself as much movement here as you'd like. And then in downward facing dog, take your stride a little bit longer than you already have. Really stretch it out. Bend both knees. Press the thighs up and back. Lift the sit bones towards the sky. And then slowly straighten the leg. Pull the heels down towards your yoga mat. At the same time, keep pressing the hands down and forward. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Hold plank or add a push-up down and up here, and then go back to dog. We'll do this a couple of times. Forward to plank, hold or add a push-up, back to down dog. Find your own rhythm, let it move from the breath. Twice more. Hug the elbows into the side for the yoga push-up. We're concentrated in the triceps. And finally, come forward to plank and hold. Look a little forward, past the hands. Squeeze the heels and glutes in tight. Lengthen the tailbone, tone the abdomen. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Come down to the knees and lift your right leg up and back. Extend the left arm out in front of you, so all fours. Opposite arm and leg here. And then hug elbow and knee in and extend out. Do it twice, pull it in and extend out. Lower the left hand down and the right leg down. Lift the left leg up and back, extend the right arm out in front. Pull it in twice, elbow and knee in and out. Elbow and knee in and out. All fours. Child's pose. Press your hips back towards your heels. Stretch the arms out in front of you. Interlace the hands behind your back now and lift the arms up to the sky as you continue to round the head down towards the ground. Child's pose with hands bound. Release the hands, come upright, sit back on your torso, and take a little twist to the right, and a twist to the left. That's it. Come back out to down dog. And now right leg goes up into the air, three-legged dog. Much like we did from all fours, but this time it's just the knee pulling in. Come forward, pull the right knee into the chest, hover. Up and back, three-legged dog. Do it one more time. Pull the knee in and hover. Step the right foot all the way through. Down dog lunge. Spin the back heel down. Walk the hands to the front left corner of the mat. Press your left foot down and back to get a little space between your right ribs and your right thigh. Walk the hands on in, step back, plank pose, down dog. Second side, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Pull knee into chest, hover forward, plank pose, knee into chest. And then up and back. Left knee into the chest. And step it through. Down dog lunge, second side. Spin the back heel down, walk the hands to the inside, and walk the hands out. Bring the hands in around the front foot, step back to plank. This is my ode to 2020 being behind us. One less problem, maybe. Take the hands back behind you, interlaced. Locust pose, hands bound, lift it all up. And back to downward facing dog. And step the right foot forward to your low lunge. Lift the right hand up to the sky for revolved lunge. And then take the right hand to your thigh, come up to the thigh, and add a deeper twist, left elbow to the outside of the right knee, knowing that you could stay in the revolved position that came before this. So are you ready for this twist? Take it. Have faith in what the body tells you. If it says to stay at the thing before, do it. Everyone, untwist. Step back to plank. Lower down to the belly. Take your hands behind your head. Lift everything that you can up. So hands behind the head here. Elbows out to the side. Squeeze the heels in. Lower it down, up and back to down dog. Step the left foot through to low lunge. Right hand stays down, lift the left hand up in this revolved lunge. Okay, you stick with that, or you let your balance take you a little higher, right hand to the thigh, and then elbow to the outside of the knee, join the palms. Pressure of the top hand helps to tone and turn through the torso here. Nicely done. Untwist, set the hands down, step back to plank. One more belly down back bend to make sure we're good and warm. Arms out in front of you, superhero. Inhale, lift everything that you can up off of the mat. Lower it down, press back to child's pose. Enjoy the breath, the fullness of your life right there. Change to down dog. Look forward to your hands. Step or jump to the front end of the mat. Hands to your hips, point the elbows to the sky. Press down into your feet, stand. Take a couple of breaths. How alive, how full right here. And then lift both arms up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the feet close together, point the thumb, the first finger straight up to the sky. Keep lifting tall, but also lean to the right. Little crescent shape, lean your body towards the right, push your hips off to the left. Come back to the center. Take the crescent to the second side, lean your hands to the left, push your hips a little bit to the right. Squeeze the glutes and press down into your feet to keep yourself upright. And then come back to the middle, arms stay with you. Keep the right foot forward, step the left foot back, high lunge, and add the crescent, lean towards the right. Come back to your center, step the left foot up to the front of the mat, step the right foot back, lean to the left. Come back to the center, step it all the way up. Take the arms straight out in front of you. Bend the knees, sit into your thighs, power pose. With that rounded spine like cat back, try to get your head towards your thighs. Keep sitting lower in your legs. You've got this. Take it in, one more breath. Forward fold, drop the hands, make the legs straighter. And then go back to your low lunge, right foot forward, left foot back. Spin the left heel to the ground so that you're lining up heel to heel. Come upright, warrior two, open up. Torso to the long edge of the mat. Big, wide energy here. Gaze front over your front fingertips. Little bit of movement with the pose, with the music, with the breath. Straighten the right leg, go for triangle pose. Reach as far as you can to the right. Hinge from the hips. And then take the right hand to your leg or the ground. Left arm to the sky. Focus on two straight arms, two straight legs. How strong do you feel in that? Inhale, come all the way back upright, rebend the front knee. Side angle, elbow to the knee. Reach your left arm, palm down, all the way overhead, like past the line of your right toes, way over there. Yogis, stay here, elbow to knee, or take fingertips to the ground for a little lower reach. It's up to you. Test it out. And look down at your mat. Come to your low lunge. Step back to plank pose. Hold plank or add a push-up. Down dog. For the second side, we'll step forward, left foot to the front of the mat. Warrior two, spin the back heel down. Again, line up about heel to heel. That gives us a pretty broad range to work with as you come upright. Ears, shoulders, hips, all right on top of each other. Strong, steady torso, but try to be somewhat soft in the arms. Feel an ease to the fingertips. It's that faith, strong body, soft heart that makes the yoga practice tick. Straighten the left leg, go for triangle pose. Hinge and reach as far as you can to the left. And then using that length, just rotate left arm down, right arm up. Keep pulling your back hip more towards the sky, your top hip. Inhale, come back upright, rebend the front knee for warrior two. And then take it to side angle pose, elbow to the knee. Reach the top arm again, palm down, way overhead. Feel the stretch from the back heel all the way out to the fingertips. Go lower in the bottom hand if you wish. And then look down at your mat. Low lunge. Step back to plank. You're there to hold or to add the push-up. Do down dog. Everyone, bend your knees and walk your hands backwards to your feet towards the end of your yoga mat. Take the hands to your hips. Point the elbows to the sky. Come on up to standing. Eagle pose is next, arms to the sky. Bend the knees, sit into your legs like chair pose. And then wrap your right leg on top of the left and your right elbow under the left. Come back, hold on to the front or back of the hands. Try to have your elbows as high as the shoulders. Good. Can you bring your torso even more upright? It might mean push your knees forward and lean back a little in your head and shoulders. Top foot can stay out to the side, or try wrapping it all the way back towards your calf. All right, one more breath. Looking steady and strong, yogis. Unwrap the legs, unwrap the arms, lift up. Exhale, sit. Let's give it a go on the second side. Left leg over the right. Wrap. Arms, left elbow under the right. Another great option is to hold onto your shoulders, especially if there is any shoulder complications for you. Unwrap your legs, unwrap the arms, lift again high up to the sky. Going right into dancing yogi, right heel towards your butt. Take your right hand to hold on to the outside edge of your foot. We did this last month in a lot of different ways. Try your favorite way right now. Where do you feel most full in dancing yogi? Little bend, a lot of bend in the standing leg, a lot of tilt forward or more upright. Give it a go. Come back to 2 feet on the ground. Second side. One reason I liked the yoga practice is that there's plenty of opening for creativity, and yet there's a ton of consistency. There's only so many poses, especially through the Yogahour sequence that we work with. You get to see them, but experience them in different ways. Dancing yogi, second side here. Some days work better than others. Come back. Stand at the very front end of your yoga mat. Lift both arms again up to the sky for a full breath. Exhale, fold. Keep the right foot where it is. Step your left foot about 3 feet back. Revolve triangle. We're going for 2 straight legs. Make your right leg as straight as possible. Front leg, which might mean bring your hands up higher. Can you shoot from your hips out to the head, not in an upward angle, but parallel to the ground? And then take the left arm out. Keep here, or take the deeper twist, left hand down to the floor, right arm up to the sky. Keep pulling your right hip up and back, your left hip a little around and down. Come out in the same stages you went in, so that left arm out in front. Then back to the hip, a little bend in the knees. Step the left foot forward. Second side, keep the left foot forward, step the right foot back. So again, I'm making my feet about 3.5 feet apart, something like that. Turn the back toes in a whole lot. Heel to heel alignment still, hands to the hips to make the left leg straight. You could slide your left thumb right into the hip crease and try to pull back. And then extend the right arm out in front. So as the left hip pulls back, you're still extending and lengthening. And then right hand down for the twist, left arm up to the sky. Slowly come out each stage. Both hands to the waist, little bend in the knees. Step forward. Hands down to the floor. Uttanasana, you're standing forward fold. Make your legs as straight as they'll go, keeping the hands on the ground. Taking a few breaths to let it be. Couple more big standing poses here. We go back to side angle, right foot forward, left foot back. Spin the back heel down, come up elbow to knee, and work left arm overhead. First challenge point is to work right here. Second point is to drop the left hand back to the waist and your right shoulder where the elbow was. Go lower. Stay and work there or go for your bound lunge. Hands connect under the right thigh. If your hands are connected, swing your head still more towards the knee. Yeah. Pop it back up, elbow to knee, reach top arm overhead, side angle. Helps us see, go in, go out of each pose. Lower down, regular low lunge, step the left foot forward and the right foot back. Second side, spin the back heel down. Start all the way up, elbow to knee, top arm overhead. Right hand to the hip. Okay, the legs have to stay just as steady for you, but lower, snuggle your left shoulder close to the inner thigh and knee. If you can make that full connection, no air and space between torso and thigh, you'll have more ease in the connection here. Left arm under, right arm behind your back. My little trick to this, I have tighter hamstrings and still short arms, so I just let the bind go. Travel the hands as if they're more under the pelvis to swing the head all the way towards the knee. Maybe it all doesn't work at the same time, but I can find the little different pieces. Faith that I've experienced the full pose. I go back elbow to knee, top arm overhead. Look down at the front foot, step through plank. Add the push-up if you'd like. Downward facing dog. Y'all up for one more balance series? We've got it. Right leg to the sky. Step it all the way forward. Half moon. Balance on right hand, right leg. Lift your left leg into the air and lift your left arm to the air. Take your left hand to the hip, just like we'd done a moment before. And now instead of the hip point up, bend the right knee and point your left hip down towards the ground. Switch hands. Place the left hand to the ground and the right hand to the sky. Revolved half moon. Keep the left leg in the air, but you can pull the knee in towards your chest and try to stand up. 2 hands to the hips. Lift, lift, lift. Slow goes it. Reach the left hand, same hand as foot, to hold on and stretch it out. Bend the knee, switch hands, right hand to the outside of the foot, and again, try to extend the leg. We get to do this all month long. See what happens the first time today. 2 feet to the ground. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step back to plank. Add the push-up or don't. Downward facing dog. Lift the left leg high. Step it all the way through. Okay. Half moon. So we start good old regular half moon pose. Left hand down, left foot down. Right arm, right leg up. Same hand and leg. And then we're switching. Bring the right hand to the waist. I'm going to bend the standing leg to make it easier for that full rotation of the hips, square, and then switch hands. Right hand down, left arm up. It's that same sort of thing that we try to do in a standing balance. So now, both hands to the waist, stand up. Start with your right hand on the outside of the right foot. My elbows to the inside of the leg. Stay and work there, or a straighter leg. Just for a beat. And then you bring it in and switch. Elbows still on the inside. Left hand to the outside. Back hand, just for counterbalance to the back. As you extend the right leg again, add a twist as much as works. Look to the side or even back. Stand on 2 feet. Inhale, lift both arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. I always say, good news at this point in the practice, standing work, pretty much done. Lots of fun stuff. Lower to the mat now. Lower all the way down. Good old cobra. Peel the chest up. Press back to child's pose. Come up to all fours. Take the right arm under the left, so twisted child's pose. Lower the right shoulder, side of the face and ear. I'm keeping my seat up here. Stretch your left arm out in front of you. Keep it there. Or the other challenge points, if you liked the bind, you might like it here. Left hand to the sky, and then drop it behind your right waistline. Take the left hand back beside your face. Use it as a helper up. Second side, left arm out to the side. Twisted child's pose here. Left shoulder, ear, side of the face to the mat. Right hand out in front or up to the sky. Drop it behind the hip if you'd like. Place the right hand back beside your face and come up to all fours. Regular cat and cow here. Do a couple rounds of breath, sort of reconnect in. Feel strength in the belly and yet softness at the same time through the breath. Find your neutral position. Remember all the way back at the beginning, we did all fours, opposite arm and leg. We're trying that again. Right leg up and out, left arm out in front. Bend the back knee. Take the left hand, try to grab hold of your foot. Hold the foot or the space in between. And then lift everything a little higher up. Press down through your right hand and left knee. Push your foot into your hand and literally lift higher. Release the arm and leg. And give it a go on the second side. Lift the left leg up and back. Right arm out in front. Okay, let's see what happens. Bend the back knee. Reach back, Hold on. Lift, lift, lift. Try a smile, sometimes it helps. And then release. Have a seat on your mat, but make your legs and arms float up in boat pose. Lift the chest a little higher, broad across the shoulders, out to the fingers. You've got this. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg raises. We're going to lower all the way down. Sit on your hands for most support. More challenge. Take the hands behind your head. Everyone 2 feet straight up in the air. Good. First option. The feet can go apart and do this one leg at a time. Or glue the feet together and raise up and down together. If the hands are behind your head and you're still looking for a little bit more challenge, lift head and shoulders up. Work lower and upper abdominal range at the same time here. Squeeze the inner thighs together. You want to feel as though the mid to low back is always pressing down into the mat, not up. That'll help you with the range. One more, go. And then pull your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a rock from side to side. Okay. Map it out. How are you going to get from here to downward facing dog? Your own unique way. And then go for it. Down dog. Good old down dog. Enjoy steadiness of this home base pose for a couple of breaths. And we'll take it into pigeon prep. Bring the right knee behind the right wrist. Heel towards the left hip. Walk your back leg back, back, back until more of the front of the left thigh is on the ground. Go on down to the forearms. Okay, from here, imagine that your legs are in a standing lunge and you have to squeeze your glutes strong. And when you squeeze your glutes, you might feel as though you're lifting like an inch or 2 up. We want to use that strength to take palms together and add a twist, like the twisted lunge from the beginning of class. Left elbow towards the right knee. I'm using so much strength in the legs here that I'm holding my torso up a little bit. Can keep that same sense of strength, but set the elbow down. Find your place. And if that front knee or the twist in the spine starts talking back to you, listen to it and just untwist. Come out of your twist and we'll switch sides. Go through down dog to take the left knee forward, heel towards the right hip, and walk the back leg back, back, back. First, come down to the forearms. Give it a breath or 2. Don't worry about the twist. If you're thinking pigeon's my favorite and that twist just kind of messed it all up, well, just don't do it. Right? These teachings tell us that we have to be our own first teacher. If you're going for the twist, though, here's your opportunity. Right elbow towards the left side. Get strong in the legs to hold you. One more breath in twisted pigeon pose. Slowly work your way out. Find plank. One line here from the head back to the heels. Squeezing the glutes, lengthen tailbone, tone the belly, all the good things. Lie flat down onto your belly. Bend both knees. Reach the hands back to or towards the feet. If you're holding on to the feet, spread your toes a little more to activate the calves and lift everything up. Bow pose. Dhanurasana. Slow release down. Push back to child's pose. Come back up to all fours and then to plank pose. Take your hands together so that your thumbs are touching. Not together, but just closer in. Thumbs touching. Leaving some room for your feet on the outer edges of the mat. And then step your right foot forward. And step your left foot forward. Hands and feet all in the same line. I'm going to take this at a side angle for you guys. So the work is here. You stay with a bend in the knees and a squat. Flat feet, mostly flat hands. Next, take the hands up, make the forearms touch, and try to nuzzle your shoulders, your upper body, deeper down into the inner thighs. This should be similar to where we were in bound lunge. Now, hands through your legs. With the fingers facing towards your toes, set the hands back down onto your mat. My wrists are absolutely off of the ground right now. But when I trade my weight to sit on my arms, the wrists go flat. I've tried it a lot, so I have the faith and knowledge to know that that's going to hold me. Give it a go for what works for you today, and as you sit back, take your feet off of the ground for arm pressure pose. Push the upper arm bones away from each other as you squeeze your inner thighs into each other. That holds you. And then we have to get out of this. Walk the hands back to the line of the feet. Keep the right foot where it is and step the left foot back so you're in a low lunge. Lower the left knee to the ground. Bring the hands up to the front thigh. Lift both arms to the sky. Victory, we made it out of that arm pressure situation. Lower the hands on either side of the front foot. Pop the back knee up and take the right hand high. Revolved lunge. Lower the right hand to the inside of the foot. Make space again to step your left foot forward. Another quick look at that squat formation. And then second side, step your right foot back. As you lower the back knee and bring the hands up to the front thigh, the left foot can come back in towards center. Inhale, lift both arms up to the sky. Here in monkey lunge, push the back knee down, pull it forward, front heel down, pull it back. Lower the hands either side of the front foot, lift the back knee, lift the left hand to the sky. Lower the left hand down. Step back to plank now. 8 angle pose, meaning your knees get to go down. And then like a little grasshopper, chest and chin down, but keep your hips lifted. Cobra, slide the belly down, lift the chest higher, press into your hands, press into your feet. And then lower flat down to your yoga mat. Sphinx pose, set up your forearms. So elbows right underneath the line of the shoulders, palms down, thumbs a little space apart. And if we don't press into the forearms, we'll just sort of fall in and forward, and that might feel nice for a few breaths. But then push into the forearms, lift your chest and look forward. Bend the right knee, try a one-legged bow pose here. So I'm gonna take my left arm across so that it gives me like the balance of both hands, and reach the right hand back to the right foot. Push the foot into the leg, maybe slightly lift the thigh off of the ground. Slow release of the back foot, change hands. So right forearm across the center. Bend the left knee and reach the left hand back. Notice here that to get a little lift of the left leg, you have to push the foot into the hand. It goes further away from you. And the more that we push the heel back into the hand, our chest can lift in response. The next pose is the exact same work. Release. Go to downward facing dog. This is baby bird, Kapinjalasana. If you know it from side plank on your feet, you can work there. For today, I'm going to take us down to the knees. And it's similar to where we've already been. Right leg up and back. We've done this, opposite arm and leg. But instead, we're going to do same arm and leg. Right arm, right leg. And then open everything to the side so your chest faces the long edge of your mat. What you just did in Sphinx pose, kick your right heel towards your seat, reach the right hand, and kick back. Remember, it's not up here, but it's back. The more you kick back, it should turn the chest a little bit up towards the sky. And there's the option to do this from your left foot rather than the left knee today, so that we see the pieces of the pose. I'm having it on the knee. Some of you might be ready to take it to the foot. Second side, left leg up and back. Remember, we've done this, right hand out. So we know we have it, but this time, left hand out. You can kick the right foot more back to give you the balance to open up. You stay and work there, or kick the left heel towards your seat and reach the left hand to hold on. Push your foot into the hand. Super job. Downward facing dog. Last down dog. Just be here. Lower the knees down, knees together, feet a bit apart. And then take your thumbs into the crease between your knee and calf and try to iron it down and back. Iron. So you're kind of like bisecting the muscle there so that you have a little space to sit in. And now your butt can sit on the ground. Hold yourself with strength a little bit off of the ground. Bring the heels together to sit on. For me, I just take the knees a little bit wider apart and I can sit. Fully close the knee joint, heels brush against the outer hip. If you have the height of a block, you can sit on that as well. Find your hero pose. The hero of yourself. Lift up really tall through the spine. Add a little twist to one side. Add a little twist to the second side. Come back to the center. I like to go all the way through all fours to get out of this pose and stretch the feet back. Sit all the way down onto your butt and extend the legs out in front. Take the right foot in and cross over. And instead of keeping the foot flat on the ground, lift and make the heel come closer to the left hip. And then the top knee extend forward. And as it extends forward, it'll extend a little bit down. Fold over. Lift back upright. Take the right leg long and do that on the second side. Left foot in, cross over. Draw the heel off of the ground closer to the outer right hip. Don't think of taking the left knee down. Think of taking it longer towards your ankle. And eventually we get a little bit more knee to knee. Stay upright or fold over. I get a little stretch in my back, a little stretch in the hamstring here. Honestly, there's a lot of things that get in the way that I'm not sure where this pose helps, but I'm recreating shape by shape by shape so that it helps down the line. And then come back up and extend both legs out in front and give it a little bit of a shake. So that sense of pulling the chest down to the thighs, we're going to do it in a different force now. I'm sitting down. I'm going to take feet flat. So I'm still sitting, but the hands are going to help me to lift my butt off of the ground. And then with the butt off of the ground, lift your heels up so that you can get over. And then keeping that chest down that I was trying to do in the pose that came before, I'm going to take both hands up and over to the left. Hands up and over to the left. Belly close to everything trying to hit together there. And then just kind of working on your mat. I'm going to turn my whole body, turn your whole body so that my hands have a place on the yoga mat. Lean forward. Lean, lean, lean until your feet can come off of the ground. Ideally, the left elbow is in space. Right elbow against your legs. And then you come back down. Turned crane pose, so if we send the knees then straight ahead again, lift the arms up and take them off to your right side and try to fold in. And then I'm like, what is this doing? I'm not sure, except that it's what I need to get towards the next angle. Bend the knees towards the left, place the hands down. And then kind of like I jumped over the feet just a moment before with the hands and upper body weight, same work, but now I'm balancing on the hands. Try to lift your feet up. Set the feet down. Bring the knees back to the center. Lift the arms. Do you have the faith to catch yourself behind? Go back down to flat feet. Sit down, extend the legs. Yeah. Lie down onto your back. Soles of the feet to the mat. Can you make it a congratulatory bridge pose for yourself? So press down through the feet, shoulders, head. Lift up. Not so much that it strains you, just enough to really say, yes, open. I did all of this. And then lower the hips back down and hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Hold on to your right leg, stretch it out. Lower the left leg to the ground. Scissor the legs to change. Hold on to the left. Lower the right. Reach both arms up and over. Extend both legs down. Lower both legs down. And then take the hands out to a T shape. One more twist today. Right leg over the left. So like those eagle legs. Remember our eagle balance we did? Right leg over the left and send both legs over towards the left side. If you're familiar with Tibetan weaponry 3, that pose extends into it. We'll try it a little later in the month. Bring the knees back across the center, and then you switch the cross. Eagle legs left over the right, and set the legs down to the right side. Sometimes the twist is too much with legs hooked like that. They could unhook and just stack. And bring it back into the middle. Give yourself another good squeeze. Unwind the body, unwind your energy. Shavasana, extend the legs, extend the arms, close your eyes. Nowhere to be but right here, breath by breath. Allow yourself these 2 minutes of complete release. Should your mind wander, try just coming back to the map of the breath. Slowly here, take your time to come back to a seated position. And as you find your seat, bring the palms together, the thumbs to your sternum. And we'll close our time by singing Om. You're welcome to sing along. You're welcome to listen. You're welcome to tune it out. The sound allowing us the transition from this space into the rest of the day. To really take the goodness, the faith of this practice with us. Deep breath in. Release it out. Breathe in again. I bow to the light within each of you from that same light within me. Namaste.